And we're on.
We're on.
We're on. Okay, guys. There is not a single adult in this world whose heart has not been broken in any way.
Mm-hmm.
In some way. Whether it's from a failed relationship or it's just you're being single and your crush doesn't notice you at school.
That's the
Like
worst.
it hurts when your love is not when you don't feel loved by others.
Right. That's so true. And I mean, honestly, guys, let's be real. You might be asking real questions of yourself and of the Lord, like, why did you allow this to happen? Why is my heart broken again? And these questions are normal. And it's also normal for us to ask, like, how do we walk through breakup as Christians, and what does that look like? And we feel like there's so many truths that we can really just glean from the Lord in this time.
So as Kayla and I were discussing this topic, we really feel we want to say to you three main things. Like we have three main points that we want to say. So, Kayla, baby, you have the first point.
I'm going to kick us off, guys. So the first thing, you might not expect us to say this in this video, but it's the importance of grieving. I wish someone had told me this at the beginning of pretty much like teenage years, like you're saying, even having like crushes hurt you. But it is okay to grieve, right? And a lot of times I know in our society, it might be from a relationship. It could even be from a situationship. Maybe someone you didn't even date, but you started to form this idea in your mind of how this person could be your spouse. And you start imagining things and fantasizing things. So we're not talking about grieving the person. We're actually talking about grieving the idea of what could have been.
Yeah, that's so good. It's such a good word.
And we just want to encourage you that if you are going through heartbreak, that it's okay to grieve. And actually, it's an invitation from the Lord to bring him the broken pieces of our heart and say, Lord, here you go. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know how to get out of this, but I'm disappointed. I thought it was going to be this, but it's actually this. And it's actually a sweet time where you can allow him to mend your heart and to mend those broken pieces the only way that God can do. And it's actually something that's beautiful. So we just wanted to encourage you that if you are going through a broken heart season, that it's okay to grieve. We give you permission to say, God, this sucks. I'm disappointed. And allow him to help heal you.
So good.
Right? Because it's important. You don't want to bring this baggage into your
future.
into your actual spouse, right? Like your marital relationship. You don't want that.
That's so true.
Thanks.
Way to go. You crushed it.
You got the next one, baby.
I got the next one. Okay, the next one, it's really super important, is you're in this grieving process. You are vulnerable. It's like a delicate season and a position you're in. And then what happens? The enemy comes. Like, he loves to come in these situations where we are super vulnerable. And what he does is he is trying to convince us with his lies. And he's trying us to agree with his lies. And it looks like, hey, you're not worth it. Like, you're never going to find anyone. You're not lovable. You're never going to get married. No one will ever love you. You will never find anyone. You don't belong. And he's just whispering all those lies to you. And he's waiting for your agreement with those lies. He will also try to persuade you to use self-fulfilling prophecies and declare them over yourself. It's like, I want to give an example. The example would be, I will never let any man close to my heart. I will never again give my heart to someone. I will never allow myself to be hurt again. I will never love again. And so what happens with these lies and self-fulfilled prophecies, we actually they become a reality, because when we believe a lie, we empower the liar. The enemy the enemy has no power over us unless the power that we give to him. So be mindful of your thoughts, because the enemy will try to steal, kill, and destroy you in these moments. Cling your heart to the Lord and ask him for the truth, and allow him to speak the truth over you. Who are you exactly, and not the enemy.
Better preach, baby. Better preach. All right, so the last I guess, nugget we want to go through with you guys. It's a big one. And like, Holy Spirit, help me, because there's so much that I want to say in this. And it's around the fact that sometimes a heartbreak or a no can actually be God's protection in a situation. And guys, some of you know a lot of my story before, how I had gone through relationships where my heart was broken, like I said earlier, just like disappointment upon disappointment. And I can tell you today, now as an engaged woman to this amazing man, that I am so grateful for those no's. I am so grateful for those closed doors. It was worth it all to say no and to have others say no to me for this, because this is God's best. So sometimes we're over here and we're discontent with the Lord and we're saying, God, why did you allow this person to break my heart? Why did you allow me to get into this relationship? And the thing is, well, first off, actually I wasn't going to say this, but I feel like I should say that. Sometimes we're blaming the Lord, but the Lord never even confirmed or blessed us getting into a relationship to begin with. And then we get mad when it doesn't go the way that we wanted it to go, when God never even blessed the situation to begin with. So that's one thing, right? You need to kind of ask yourself that. And secondly, we have to understand that God is sovereign and he's faithful. And if he has allowed a door to close, it's because he's protecting us for our person. He's protecting us for his best, okay? And that's huge. And I don't know if you guys have done this, but I've prayed these dangerous prayers. And you might be asking yourself, Kayla, what is a dangerous prayer? But let me give you an example. A dangerous prayer could look like something like, Lord, you know, protect me and prepare me for my husband. You could pray that. And then all of a sudden you're dating and it's like no relationship is really panning out. And you're like, man, why is this happening? Like, God, have you forgotten about me? Why are you not answering my prayers? But in reality, he is answering your dangerous prayer by putting literally a veil over you, right? It's a figurative veil. He is covering you until it is time for your spouse. And you're over here upset with him, but he's actually answering your prayer, and he's, again, keeping you hidden for the right time and the right person. So I just encourage you to kind of pray about it and ask the Lord to be like, hey, maybe I've been missing it, God. Maybe I'm upset that I'm not with my person, but maybe you're actually protecting me and healing me until it's time.
That is so good. You crushed it.
Thanks, babe. Thanks, Holy Spirit.
I just want to say one thing, maybe like as a man to all the ladies, please trust me when I tell you that your future husband will be so thankful and grateful to you and to Lord that you were hidden.
Right.
That's huge. Just think of his heart. Even if you're even in your sufferings, think of his heart. Yeah, that's so good, babes. That's good. So let's summarize this video. Do not be afraid to go through the process of healing. Right. It's good. It's normal. It's healthy. Don't allow the enemy's lies to influence your future and to bring you even down. Just cling to the Lord and allow him to speak the truth into your life. And last but not least, just what did I wanted to say? Yeah, instead of being, thank God for notes, instead of being discontent with this season and with the Lord in your life, just try to shift your perspective and say, okay, Lord, I'm actually grateful for this because you're preparing me for my future.
Yeah, amen, babe. And look at us, guys. Like, we went through all of these steps, okay? But look at what we get to enjoy now. Now we are living in the exceedingly and abundantly that the Lord had for us. So it was worth all of it. So don't lose hope and don't get nervous, because God knows exactly what he's doing, and it's going to be so worth it to have a love like this and to have his best in your life.
That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful.
Yeah. So we love you guys.
We bless you.
Yes, we're constantly praying for you every night.
Every night.
And we can't wait to see you guys on our next video.
See ya. Bye.